planet we live on is beautiful. The Earth is full of amazing places, creatures, and people. We, as humans, have made impressive accomplishments. Architecture, science, math, art, music, technology. It's awe-inspiring to think of how far we've come just in the past couple of decades. But the state of the world today is far from perfect. We are currently facing an overwhelming amount of monumental and pressing issues. Human practices are causing pollution, environmental disasters, deforestation, global warming, all of which are leading up to the potential destruction of our planet. We are also at risk of destroying each other. Look at any news source and you'll see examples of intolerance and hate. We know we need to fix these problems, but how? There are some impressive young people already at work coming up with unique ways of fixing the issues they see in the world. Caitlin Lohr from British Columbia started her own company, Free Toes. Her product, toeless socks, are now being sold in stores across North America. Caitlin used her business to give back to the world, donating to Project Aftershock, a charity that works to bring medical supplies to Haiti. Caitlin's donated socks helped in an unexpected way. Nurses have found they provide protection for wound dressings, preventing potentially deadly infections. According to the Gun Violence Archive, there have been over 1,800 accidental shootings in the U.S. in 2016. 17-year-old Clyde Klepfer from America is working to bring that number down. He created a gun safety mechanism that uses fingerprint ID to ensure that only those with permission can fire it. Kai's invention could prevent hundreds of gun-related injuries and deaths. Tom Osborne from Kenya was concerned about the harmful effects cooking with charcoal had on people and the environment. At age 18, he started Green Char, a company that makes smokeless charcoal briquettes and distributes cook-clean stoves throughout Kenya. According to Green Char's website, every ton of Green Char's briquettes saves 25 trees, prevents 5 tons of carbon-related emissions, and lowers the risk of respiratory illness in 10 people. These young people are all doing amazing things to combat the problems they see in their communities and the world. They're using innovation to create social change. If more young people use their natural creativity and passion to take on projects like these teens, think of the change we could create on a global scale. But how do we inspire this innovation in others? Caitlin, Kai, and Tom are all part of the rising number of social entrepreneurs. Social entrepreneurs take entrepreneurial skills and apply them to social issues using the same process that entrepreneurs do when starting up a business. They begin by defining a problem in a community that they want to solve, in the same sense that an entrepreneur finds a demand in a market. They use creative and critical thinking to come up with actionable solutions to the problem. Then a social entrepreneur writes up a social impact plan, which is very similar to a business plan. They specify the intended target, tangible resources, like money, media, and materials, and intangible resources, like time or community support, that is necessary to enact the solution. How would focusing on teaching kids this process and skill set lead to innovation? By teaching the young generation to think like entrepreneurs, you teach them to break down big problems into actionable projects. The amount of concerns the world is facing can seem overwhelming, impossible even. So changing our way of thinking from, I want to save the world, but how, to what actionable steps do I take to fix this problem, creates a can-do attitude that is necessary to bring about real change. The optimism that there's a solution out there is what inspires creative thinking in order to find that solution. So, how do we fix the problems we face? by giving the up-and-coming generation the skills and tools necessary to take action, and thereby inspiring the innovation necessary for social change.